Hi, my name is Bertie St. Albert, and I decided to do my project on people with disability that have trouble finding housing. So it is something that I am really passionate about since it is something that I also struggle with. So let's get started. So someone with a disability do need further assistance with daily activities such as being able to go outside or need help cooking, as well as needing help to bathe themselves. And someone with a disability, it is very easy for them to be taken advantage of by other individuals, whether that is a family member or maybe a friend that they're living with. They can easily be taken advantage of by that family member or friend, especially since we don't know what may be going on behind closed doors. So it is very easy for someone with a disability to be taken advantage of. And that is why I am really passionate about this subject so I can bring more awareness to it. It is something that is close to my heart and that I really do think we need to find more resources for, because no one should be shamed for being disabled, because it is something that is definitely out of our control, something we can't control, but people always find ways to take advantage of someone that is disabled, and I will definitely talk about that further in the presentation. The reason we should care about people with disability is because we are often taken advantage of, whether that's at school, work, or even by our families and friends. So so many disabled people today are often killed by their family members or caretaker because the disability that that person have is too much for them to handle, and they see that person as a burden. So they think it's easier to get rid of that person with a disability than to give them the resources that they need. And another reason why we should care is, like, what if this was your own sister or your own family member? Like, how would you feel? Would you feel okay with them being taken advantage of? The answer would probably be no, right? And that is why we need to care about our disability population, because we're not getting the resources that we need. And if the resources are out there, then they're not easily as how can I put it, accessible. Like, they are there, but it's not easy free to get. Like, for example, the biggest issue that disability people have is getting housing, for they can, like, show their independence and stop being taken advantage of. But the waiting list for that alone is like probably up to four. It's like probably up to 4 to 5 years or more. I know a friend that applied for housing help back in 2011 or 13 or so, and she finally got help like around 2019. And it comes to show, like, how much our society don't don't care about certain population. Be- because the reason I say that is, It's because like we are often taken it's because we're often taken advantage of. And I remember being taken advantage of at work. Just because I had a disability, they wouldn't accommodate my disability, but they thought that it would be better for me to find another job than accommodate my disability. And then there were people at my job that didn't have that didn't have disabilities, and they were basically sitting around and drinking coffee and getting paid $3,000 to basically do do nothing. That was and to me that made me cry, and it was a slap in the face because the way I was treated alone made me think, oh my god, like, is this how other people that have disabilities are being taken advantage of? And I literally had to to be mean. I literally had to put my foot down and say, hey, I'm not gonna let you take advantage of me anymore. And that is when it got worse than better. So that environment became toxic, as my work environment became toxic to the point where it was time for me to leave. And it was not like, even if I needed the money, it was not worth it, because it was it was breaking down my it was making my mental health worse, as well as my physical health. Like, it was so exhausting, and it was not even worth the amount that I was getting paid. So that is an example of why we should care about our disability population, because we should not be judged based on our disability, but our abilities, and with the resources that are given to us, with the resources that we can make available to people that are disabled and need more, and need a little bit of more help, then we can definitely make society a much better place for people living with disability, and they don't have to be shamed for being disabled, because they were not the one that chose to be disabled in the first place. And what we need to realize is there are things that are out of our control. So the only thing we can do is find ways to make a difficult situation better, because no one ever wished to be disabled. And yet sometimes people make it look like it's our fault, and it's not. It's something that is completely out of our control. 15% of the global population are people that are disabled or have some kind of disability and that need further assistance. And sadly, they don't always get the assistance that they need. And that can also be due to no funding being available, or those resources are just not available for them, or they just don't qualify for that type of help altogether. And the sad part is when there is not enough, like, funding to fund resources that people need help with, not just disabled people, um, other population in general, it does make matters worse, and we see that in our population more.
Ako kumbaga.
Apa tadi kan?
Waktu dia dipakai. Tapi waktu dipakai dia wow.
Papa, I'm delivering me up video.
Hmm?
Delivering me up video.
Video apa?
Yeah, c'est vidéo m'a fait pour devant so devant yo mande nous pour nous faire chercher groupe moun pour nous parler de yo qui ça yo c'était qui ça yo nous manquer ba yo ba comme ça. What are the prevention problems that people with disability face? Well, the prevention problem is that they cannot find affordable housing so they can grow their own independence and stop depending on parents or stop depending on parents or caretakers or such as friends that may be taking advantage of them. And like I said, we don't know what happened behind closed doors. So definitely making funds available is definitely important. And then the thing is, there are people with disabilities that have disabilities, but the thing is, you can't see it. You can't see their disability unless they tell you they have a disability or unless they tell you what is going on. And sometimes they are disqualified for not getting help because it doesn't look like they have a disability. And then the thing is, they are continuing to be taken advantage of. Like, we don't exactly need to have a physical a disability where we're probably in a wheelchair for someone to know that we have a disability. And sometimes if our disability is not massive enough, we don't get the help that we need to better our independence, such as housing, for example. And then the thing is, as I was doing this research for myself, I found that there wasn't really that much housing available. And the sad part is that there are a lot of housing available in our area. But the thing is, they're not for people with disability, and the price only goes up, making it hard for someone with a disability to live the American dream of owning a home and being independent for themselves and not having to always rely on other people's help. Because there are so many people with disabilities, they do want to be independent. They do feel like they are able to take care of themselves, but that resource is not given to them. They do not have options to that. They do not have options or access to that resource. And if the resource is there, then it does take a long time to get qualified for it. Like, for example, I can definitely give another example. For Section 8, I remember looking into it for this assignment, and they basically told me because there was no funding available to fund fund their project. They couldn't give any more housing to people that needed it. And then you see houses with 1 bedroom or a 2 bedroom apartment that is basically worth $200K. And then the thing is, here is somebody with a disability being taken advantage of, and they continue to be taken advantage of because our government is not exactly doing what they need to do. Because when I was talking to Section 8, they said that most of their funding comes from the government and they're not being funded, and sometimes they go without funds for years. And I really think that is something we really do need to bring awareness of, because why are we looking up to a government that is not even taking care of of their people, basically. And it is like, really sad that so many people have to be taken advantage of just because the government don't want to fund certain project. And then the thing is, you see them building other buildings for basically $2 million, and they won't fund projects for people that are in need. And it is really, really sad. And the other needs that disability people need are like, with getting dressed daily, like, maybe, as well as like, having somebody to help them cook, and of course leaving for the house, like, to go to community activities. But like, I was thinking, like, for somebody that may have a disability, like, they can have a caretaker that do come probably once a month, like maybe for 3 hours, and come and check in on them. Like, they don't basically have to stay there with them 24/7. And as well as that, the community also provide, like, security to the disability population, like, because there are places, like, where people are getting taken advantage of, and there are not that much security to secure the vulnerable. Even elderlies get hurt by their caretakers, and I really do think that is due to lack of support. That is due to lack of support protecting our elderly, as well as protecting our disability population. So I really do think, like, having, like, creating more resources out there, because the more resources that we create and the more awareness that we bring to this issue, then the more someone is likely to step up. The more the government is likely to step up and do something about it, and then not just, like, build $2 million places, and then, like, not just build $2 million buildings, and then turn a blind eye to a population that needs help. Like, for me, that was basically so sad, and it really made me want to cry. It really made me want to cry, because we're voting for a government that's not. I know they give, like, help, but the help that they're not. But the help that they're giving is not enough. Like, based on the research that I've done, is not enough at all, especially since the government are the one, like, basically running this country, and they can basically print billions of dollars every year. Like, are you like, are, like, so, yeah, so that really does hurt. It really does. So why is the disability population important to me? Is because I myself am disabled, and seeing how hard it is for me to find housing in my condition, especially since, like, I am also in a family with low income. Seeing how hard it is for me to find the resources that I need, I can only imagine, like, what somebody else is going through, and their condition may be worse than my condition. I am disabled, but I'm not as I would say I am blessed still, because I am not. There are some things I can do for myself. I am very independent. I am stubborn. I do not like asking anyone for help. If I can't do something, I'll basically, like, find any way to, any way to see if I can get it done myself, then ask for help, because that is how stubborn I am, and I do not like asking for help, because when you ask someone for help too much, they take advantage of you and say, well, I helped you with this, so you have to do this for me. I'm like, wait, what? So like, I really do feel like when you ask someone for too much help, it does like, you do kind of like, become a burden to that person, and I am someone that never want to be a burden. Like, even with my hair, I do put it in. I do like, try to style my hair by myself. I do know how to put it in a bun by myself. The only thing I can do is comb my hair. That's the only thing I can't do, but everything else I can do. So I can only imagine what somebody else may be going through, and the condition is much worse than my condition. And seeing what I went through to get the resources that I need, and as well as like, all the as well as them giving me all the things that I will need to qualify. It does make the process a little bit hard for someone that for someone with a disability that dreams of being a homeowner. It does make the process hard. I remember calling Social Security, and they said, here is the number to 211. And when I got all the resources from 211, when I called, I basically called 10 numbers, and they just gave me like, every place that I called just gave me the same statement saying I needed this and this. I need to be, your income is too low. You need to be able to put this much down if you want a house. And I was like saying, isn't there like, resources for someone with a disability such as myself to like, find the home that we need and be independent and not have to burden others and be taken advantage of. So that is why I'm really passionate about our disability population, because I basically experience it for myself, and I definitely see how hard it is, and I can only imagine what someone else is going through, and how their situation must be worse from mine. And there are like, resources out there, but sometimes the resources may only be available to other countries. They are not yet available to your own country. And if they are available, the bad part is that like, it can take up 2 years, and we should not, and for me, we should not have to be punished for being disabled, because it is something that was very much not in our control. And sometimes and sometimes we and sometimes society make it as if it is our fault that we are disabled and that we are a burden to others. And it's really sad that there is not a much awareness towards this population. So the resources that are already available is Coalition for Independent Living Options. We also have the ARC of Palm Beach County, as well as Palm Beach County Housing Authorities, public housing. Now, with these resources, I did look into them The first one I did use Coalition for Independent Living Options. I did not even know, like, they help with housing. I basically went there to get food 3 times, I believe. And then the thing is, like, when I was getting help from them, I did see that their supplies were limited. Their supplies were limited, and they were helping a lot of people. I saw, when I was there, I saw people coming in back to back, trying to get resources, trying to get help, and what they had was not even enough. And as I was looking into their housing options, they only have a few housing options as well, and the housing options that they have is not, like, the resources that they have, like, it's not enough, like, to supply all of the other people that need help. And it is really, really sad. It is really sad that the resources that they are given is very limited, and sometimes based on your situation, if it's not that massive, they do have to turn you away. They do have to turn you away, and that's the sad part, is they're turning people away due to limited funds for helping disability people that are in need. Like, they can only do so much. And, like, like, when I really looked, like, before I looked into it, I was thinking, okay, so do they just not want to, like, help? Like, what are they doing? They're not giving, like, they're not helping as much as they should. But I come to find out that they're not getting the funds that they need to help people in need of housing. They're not getting the funds that they need, and they have to wait years to get that fund, and sometimes they don't even get the fund at all. And then that resource that was available do end up being shut down. That resource is no longer available, and that is the sad part for someone with a disability that want to someday be a homeowner, and they don't have that opportunity due to the government not supplying the funding that is needed to help those people in need. It is like really, really, it is like really sad to see that we're serving a government that is not supplying funds to resources that needed, but they do print billions of dollars every year, and sometimes, like, I just sit there wondering, where's that money going? Like, where's it going? Because so many resources are being shut down. Even businesses, like, during COVID-19 are being shut down because they're not getting the resources that they need. And then you see that for COVID-19, businesses that are struggling, they're basically giving money they're basically giving that fund to people that don't even need it, like famous celebrities that don't even need it. I'm like, what on earth is going on here? Like, what on earth is going on here? And it's really sad, and I'm kind of like, hoping they get caught eventually, like, for taking funding from someone else that really need it. I'm kind of like, hoping that the government catch on. I would say the needs that are not being met for this population, especially with finding housing, is that it is not being promoted enough. Like, there is not enough awareness about what is going on with the disability population. So I really think like, if we were like, promoting this issue more people will be aware of it, and more people will be willing to give out a helping hand to making the community a better place for our disabled people as well as our veterans, to make sure that they get the dream of owning a home, like their dream don't have to be crushed just because they're disabled. Because there are a lot of people that's disabled. They are independent. It's just that they have low income, and buying a house is extremely difficult for them. And then, the prices of homes are going through the roof. Even homes that are like, a little bit broken down, they're asking like $200K for it, around $300K for it, which is really sad that there are so many homes available, but people with disability do not have access to it. So I really think the problems that is not being met is that there is not enough awareness for this situation, because some of the resources that I found that I presented earlier, I did not even know. Two of them I did not even know existed. If it wasn't for my talented teacher that gave me those resources. Um, so I do think that it is really good as well to have connections. So because someone else might have wisdom that you don't, because I definitely did not know that those resources were available, because I don't see promotion for it. I don't see awareness for it. Like, I really do think like within our community we should be able to do webinars, to let people know about the resources that is available to them as well as their loved ones. So I did not know about those resources unless she told me. And when I looked online myself, the only thing that was coming up was Section 8 housing. That was the only that was most of the thing that was coming up. I did find something else as well, but the thing is, it kept on going to another website, and it kind of made it seem like it was not legitimate. It was not legit. It was kind of like, people basically trying to scam someone. So I definitely do think doing webinars to promote awareness is definitely going to be a big help. Okay, so if I had $5,000, what would I do to help this population? Well, I would definitely use $2,000, in doing Facebook ad, doing using Instagram, using Snapchat, to do ads, and spread awareness about the issue. And as well, and while I'm doing that, I would definitely use 3,000. I would definitely have $3,000, probably to maybe rent out a place, a little place, rent out a place, and search more information that is available, and people that need help or more information, they can basically come to me, and I can definitely tell them the information that I have. And as well as I'm doing that, I will also probably give them the option to donate, whether that's $50 or $20, towards spreading more awareness, spreading more awareness and making the community around us more more accessible to finding housing, And of course, I would definitely give them the option, like, if maybe they know some resources, or maybe if they have family members that are disabled and they don't have issues sharing those resources with me, that would be really good too. So that is definitely what I would use the $5,000 for if I were to fund this population. And yeah, the biggest thing for me would be spreading awareness and trying to get more people involved. Like, ads can go a long way, guys. Ads can definitely go a long way. So that is definitely what I would do with my $5,000. And I know how to stretch money, so it would definitely go a long way for me. So that is definitely what I would do. So thank you so much to everyone that watched my video. Let me know what you guys think. Like, was I a little bit overboard? Or like, I know some of you guys I know, like, some people might think, girl, there are probably so many resources out there. You're probably not looking hard enough. I don't know if it's how I'm searching, but I am definitely, like, looking up more resources that is available. And this is definitely something that I really do want to work on in the nearest future, if I'm able to work on it. This is definitely my dream, because I fit into that population, and being able to give back to that population would really make me feel like I accomplished something in my life. So let me know what you guys think. Bye. Thank you for watching my video. I really do appreciate it. Bye. So question for today's video, guys, is, are you thinking about getting a degree in social work? And the reason I did this video is because I wanted to share this assignment that my teacher made us do. Is basically like for us to pick an organization that we think is not getting as enough help, or not enough attention, and to bring awareness to it. And I chose our disability population. So let me know what you guys thought of my assignment, and leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought. And, like, also comment, like, if you guys think I rock this assignment. I may leave the link to the assignment, like, what the grading criteria may be. If I can definitely put that in. Let me know what you guys think. Did you guys think I deserve an A, a B, a C? I didn't give that much information. Do you guys think I deserve an F? Guys, let me know. And I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch my videos. It means so much. And if you hear something in the background, guys, it is my air condition. It is so hot in here. So guys, let me know. Okay, let me know. Don't be afraid to leave a comment down below. It definitely helps with the algorithm. Okay guys, thank you so much for watching my video today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe, or do neither. I'm just really happy that you took time out of your day to watch my video, and it really does mean a lot. So don't forget to comment below what you think my grade for this project should have been. I think I did really good, even though that was nervous. I think I did really good, and I do apologize. Like, my hair does look a mess in the video. I do apologize. I was looking like I just woke up out of bed. I apologize for that. So guys, all of my social media will be linked down below, and I also have my Twitter, just in case you guys, like, want to send me questions on my Twitter or on my Instagram to let me know what else kind of videos you guys want me to do. I do have some ideas on what kind of videos I want to put out, but also let me know what you guys are interested in, and I'll definitely make those videos. And guys, Mother's Day is coming up soon. Mother's Day is coming up soon, so I definitely do have like, you know, a little something that I'm working on for you guys for Mother's Day. So like, you know, just check my shop to see, like, you know, if you have anything that you may like, you know, to purchase for your mother, to show her some Mother's Day love. And a present does not have to be expensive, guys. I will definitely tell you, it really should just come from the heart, like, you know. So check out my store if you want to support my channel, but of course, guys, never know, no pressure whatsoever. And thank you so much for watching my videos, and I'll definitely see you loves on the next one. Bye, till next time, guys. Bye.